constant care, which equates to constant spending, eventually to equate to a strain on the marriage and the relationships, because not only are you spending money, you're also going to spend time. The next thing, each of you are resenting each other. Maybe the husband has to be at work, you also have to be at work. Your workplace is not going to be giving you 30 days holiday to take care of a child, you understand? So before you know what, a lot of things are online because of decisions regarding certain things like this that couldn't. And while Olubi was talking, and I was just thinking, even though I'm very maybe traditional in mind, now I'm now beginning to see that I think even with regards genetic testing, I think we have to start now talking about these things more, that it should be like a normalcy, just like a sickle cell testing and all that, because to be honest, it's really painful. I personally have a friend that she's an engineer, but she can't, practice and all of that because she has to stay at home with 2 of her kids have autism. And while but you would see a parent in that situation, the struggle and the pains and the effect here with all of the benefits that you get and support that the government gives, it still puts a strain on the actual marriage itself, because the government can only support you maybe with monies and maybe time off for the kids, but they are not actually living in the house with you and all of the things that you have to struggle, the nights that you don't sleep, taking care of the kids. So in all honesty, now I'm beginning to have a change of mindset with regards to things. And these things they are talking, even my children, it's only the young one that I knew. And again, was because of all of these things, thinking, will I be able to say yes if they test this thing and it comes out, sickle cell? And like Olivia said, I was very sickly even till now, because I don't know how that thing works, but in Nigeria, you always know. Now, I had 2 children. I didn't even know until date. I don't know what their genotypes are, which is a fault on me that I should do. But NHS doesn't do that, which again, like I said, I don't know if by the time we start raising it, or also maybe it might be something that your GP can offer, but you just don't get to ask because you don't know that it's there. And maybe after this live, I'll maybe put a call to my GP and say, is that something that they do? Because the earlier that we get like our children, get them known what their genotypes are, because as they are growing into the outer world and then putting it down on these are things that should be, you can't allow some other person's child come into pains for the rest of their life because you want to do love that is detrimental. But also, now, I don't know, just the fine line of how many testings that we will do when you're just falling in love before you get married. Does that not also negate the whole aspect of falling in love and growing into marriage when you now have to put all of these things as important? I don't know. It's just a lot.
All right. Thank you very much, Dara. For this falling in love and standing in love. So we need to talk about it today. Anyways, someone is saying, please change the topic to genetic testing before marriage. Anyways, we are going to add that to the topic now. But just in case you're making submission, just add that when you're giving your submission. But I want to appreciate everyone as well. Let me go to Lily. Explicit, they just hold on, I'll come to you. Grace, please, can I borrow your box? Grace, is that okay?
Can someone else go? I'm outside. I'll be outside. In a bit. I can go after the next speaker. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let me go to Mujake, hold on.
Can I talk a little bit about the sickle cell so that when it switches, because I want to end it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, Mujake, just hold on. Grace, please, let me borrow your boss. Is that okay? Grace 9337. Let me borrow your boss. I'll bring you back. Go ahead, please. Mujake.
So I myself, I'm a sickle cell. I'm SS, full-blown sickle cell.
Wow.
And it's not easy. When Idara was just talking about a friend being an engineer and having autistic children, it's my same situation, okay? I did maritime, and so I just pushed myself because I knew that I had to earn enough right, to be able to sustain. But at the end of the day, when you get sickle cell, you have sickle cell, there's so many health complications with it, okay? I have just had one of the complications of sickle cell is bone problems. I've replaced one hip. I'm going to replace another. My shoulders are gone. So you end up going to surgery whilst you get older, depending on how you take care of yourself. So I'm saying the testing is important. Well, I knew when I was a child, I wouldn't date you. The first conversation for me to ask you is whether you are AA or AS or what. I will hold your hand to go to the hospital to do the test, not once or twice. So my son is a carrier. He's not a sickle cell. He's not a full-blown sickle cell. Now, he would have to find someone AA to marry. Now, I do advocacy for people to understand why genetics are very important. When you're looking for someone to marry as an AA, look for an AS, look for AA. Whilst you and your girlfriend or your wife are doing ta-ta-ta, you do not know the kind of gene you are going to release. So that calculation that they use to give you that if you have 3 children, it's not true. That's misinformation. There are people who have had 3 children who are all like that. You do not know what gene, whatever you are releasing during that intercourse. So that's why the testing is important.
Explicit, hold on, please. While you are listening, please tap. They are giving me puzzle to do. Tap and support and subscribe if possible. Thank you. Go ahead, Explicit. Sorry.
So whilst you're doing, you do that. Because of that, you have to do the testing. Do it twice. There is a lot of reports, especially from Nigeria. People haven't tested already, and they've been given wrong results because of either the machines were not correct or something. So you have to, in Nigeria, to be safe, you have to go to 3 different places or to do the same testing over and over again, right? So the other thing that is out that people are talking about is the gene therapy. Now, that therapy is very expensive. In the UK, it costs £1 million to do each person. So the government only gives to 20 people in a year to do it. Now, if you do the gene therapy, it's like doing chemotherapy. The process that you have to go through is very, very intense. You have to isolate yourself. It's like doing chemotherapy for cancer as well. So they have to test you to see whether you can be able to go through the process. And it's very suitable for children, okay, to go through that process and other things. Now, one thing people say, they say it's a cure. It's not a cure because it's been put in the disease comes from your bones. I'm not sure, and I don't know. If you marry somebody who is AS, thinking that yours has been taken away by chemotherapy, by one way or the other, it might regenerate that cell, so your child might have it later. That scientific thing has not been brought out yet, but that's something to think about. So even if you've gone through that therapy, you still have to maintain in looking out for someone who is AA in a relationship. It's produced by your bone marrow, yes, Bridget. Now, for me, I've gone through fat embolism where fat went into my blood and all that, and they had to change the whole thing. It took about a week, and they drained all that out, and they put another one in. Okay, when I finished that process, I had to re-immunize myself. It means that the immunization that was given to me all have died out. They've come out from my body. You understand? So there's a lot that we go through. And then with the financial aspects, no matter the money that you have, it goes in a lot. The last surgery I did, I had to bring a carer in to take care of my child. I paid more than £6,000 just for somebody to take care of it. And so when you are unwell, your savings are gone. And if you are in a relationship, it's going to put strain on the relationship. Because look, the way the sickness is, if you are too excited, it triggers a crisis. If you're too stressed, it triggers a crisis. The least thing, your crisis is triggered. And so some people say, oh, you are witches. When money comes in, that's when you get a crisis, as if you smell the money coming in, right? It's stress and, too much excitement. Some women married, in marriages, after you've enjoyed tatata with your partner, the next thing you know, she's going into crisis. And you carry her to the hospital. So it's a very tricky thing. All we are saying is, before you do this, do the testing, choose the right person. We are not saying sickle cell people cannot marry. You can have a relationship and other things, but don't choose someone who will make you reproduce more of such people into the world. Now, the AS and the AS, they don't get it. They don't get it because they do not get crisis like the SS, but their children will be worse off. You understand? An AS and an AS, they don't get the pains, they don't get the crisis, so they don't understand what we mean. Unless you have the SS, that is when you'll be able to understand how crisis feels like and what they go through, because you are fighting that your organs maintain their capacity till you get old. And that is why it's very, very important that the AS and the AS take it seriously and not ignore. It is not lotto. It's not by chance. And that is all I would say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, explicitly. I want to appreciate you as well, and I want to celebrate you as well for coming on the platform to share that. And that's why we have a platform like this. We all are trying to create awareness and create, to make people understand some things, and so people should know. That's why when we brought this topic today, like I said, I never knew it's going to go this dimension, but it's good that we are talking about it, because that was the last question there. What should be discussed during courtship leading to marriage, from finance to health to ta-ta-ta, which most of the time a lot of people focus on. They just focus on the marrying, ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, and all that thing again. And at the end of the day, all of us, I won't both will enter. But anyways, I want to appreciate you again. I celebrate you, and for what you just said right now. Thank you. Let me go to Mujake. Chris, I see you. Hold on, Chris. I'm seeing you. Mujake, good morning to you. Let's hear from you, Mujake.
So, morning, Simon.
Good morning.
So, yesterday, I had something like this on my platform. And I was telling people hate me well because I said something they did not like.
Really?
So, I'll start with this. Yes. In your courting stage, if you know you are doing abstinence, do not go and find a man in his house and sleep with him in the same house or in the same bed. It might sound stupid, but what are the precautions to take in marriage? If you know as a woman that you have told yourself, I am abstinent from marriage, maybe because of religion or something, make sure that you have a man that also is abstaining too. Do not go and find the man that...
But Mujake, how can she know that the man is abstaining if she's abstaining herself?
So, now this is the thing, Simeon. Even pretend like say you know.
Huh.
Tell yourself that you are finding a man from the church. Which sometimes, which you know, they kill you. If you tell yourself that because of religion you are abstaining, find a man that tells you, oh, I'm a Jesus boy, I am abstaining too. Do not go and find a man that you say you are abstaining and the man is knocking everywhere. Simeon, some women, Simeon, see, you know why I like talking sometimes on your platform. I can be realistic and will not eat me raw. Simeon, I have seen women that say, I don't mind if my man is sleeping outside while I am abstaining. It might sound strange, but thank God there are women on your platform, they can concur to what I'm saying.
Wait, with the level of infection and STI everywhere.
Simeon, I am telling you, you, it is a real life thing. There are women that will say, so far not be my body, I will wait till marriage. He can go and be helping himself because me, I don't want to hold him for 2 years without knack. I know he is a man. I have heard women say this. So you see, some women that come tomorrow and say their husband cheated on them, they enabled it in relationship. They enabled it 100% in relationship. And then it got to marriage. And they are not saying, so, Java Chris, I see you and my sister Bridget say it is disagreed. The question is, does it happen? It's not whether they are not serious. Java Chris, search inside your heart. The question is, does it happen? Let us not speak to if they are serious or not. The question is, does it happen? Yes, Simeon, it happens. We are not here to come and do Sherry Kambia. I'm telling you a real story. Again, I will move on from that. I speak to people in 2026. I don't speak to people in the past. Reason because I believe that people can do better as time goes on. You see this question, should men and women play wifey and husband duties in marriage? Simeon, in as much as I want to come and hear people on TikTok say, oh no, they should not be duties. Yes, there are some certain duties that are apportioned to certain people in marriage. There are, whether I will like it or not. Simeon, my child is my child. I will look after my child. But Simeon, I cannot lie to you. I cannot do that job as good as my wife.
Okay.
I cannot do it half as good as my wife. I will not be here to come and lie to you. In fact, most men will tell you this something. Listen to what I said. They will do their best to look after the children. But I am telling you, biologically, empathetically, scientifically, emotionally, a man cannot do as much as he wants like a woman. Simeon, the thing I will scold my child for, my wife will look at it and say, oh, let the child be now. Is that why you are beating the child? Is that why you are doing this to the child? God bless you, Lily. The mothering instinct. It now becomes a duty that the mother will do. Simeon, I cannot breastfeed. I only feed the child if the mother has pumped the milk. It is the woman's duty to breastfeed her child. Simeon, I will cook. I will clean. I will do all the rest that I will do in this house. But Simeon, there are some certain things that are my duty in this house. Simeon, gardening, I will do the gardening.
Okay.
If a light bulb is bad or a switch is bad in the house, Simeon, even though I study electrical engineering, I will go there and go and do it. Because what? My manly instinct will first tell me that is danger. Look at the face of danger.
Yeah.
Simeon, if I'm your man, we're not forgetting, say I'm your back enter our house. It is required of a man to stand in front of his family and protect his family. So you see everything that the child, what do men protect and provide? Simeon, there are certain things that men have to do and women have to do it. But this is what I said at the beginning. Simeon, I will cook and I will clean. I will make sure that I am helping my wife in the least way. Simeon, before my wife comes from work, I don't make sure, say sometimes I don't cook my pack of my concussion rice. If my goosey soup, I feel cook. If nothing, I to bring food from microwave to warm because I know when she comes back. As she come na food direct. Simeon, sometimes there are times that this woman is lazy after 12-hour shift and she cannot even cook. Before you know, I don't carry taxi, come off, I don't go grill her. So if she wants to make stew, guess what? I have done the easy part. The hard part is just for her to do all the rest. I think I am here to compliment my wife. I'm not coming to do competition of who does it more or who does it best. Simeon, sometimes my wife can cook the most tasteless food. It is my duty as a man to eat the food. May the food not get it. I will now playfully tell her and say, babe, boy, I say salt too much for market today, or you know, see salt for market too. I will first of all make sure that I appreciate the food before I tell her exactly what she has done wrong.
Yeah.
It is my duty to make sure that she feels validated. It is also my wife's duty to make sure that I feel validated.
Just hold on, Midake. Darage, please, let me borrow your boss now. Is that okay? Go ahead, Midake, please. Thank you.
Okay. I feel like in every blessed day, there are duties in marriage and in relationships. People might want to downplay it, they might want to play it, but they are. come to finance, Simeon. Gone are those days where I am doing my money, I should hide the part of it. I have gone to a world where exposure has come to me. Simeon, I've said it before. As I was living in Nigeria, I did not do what my father did. I showed my wife all my property in Nigeria, all of them. Before I left Nigeria, as I married, I showed every single property. I said, do video and record the road that leads to this, record the road that leads to that, record the road that leads to this, so that I don't want to hear that we not pray for bad thing. But Simeon, we not something is inevitable. We just don't pray that the time is ours. If anything happens to me, I don't want to hear that one person from one place is coming to tell you, how can my friend know my property and my wife don't know it? What kind of marriage am I? Because I am afraid of divorce. My wife will not know my property. God forbid that thing. My financial status, my wife has to know it. Because guess what, Simeon? If I want to buy a car, the first person I'm talking to is my wife. We have to make a budget. If I want to buy a TV, as much as a TV, I have to ask my wife, how many inches do we want in the house? If she says 65 inches, we cannot afford it. I will tell her why we cannot afford 65 inches in a clear, concise, and very polite manner. I am not coming to do, I am the man. My father bought cars without letting my mother know. My mother just come and he bought it as a gift. I said, no, not as a gift. It's his car. I said, I'm buying a car for my wife as a gift. If it's coming to this family, and if we affect the family's finance, you need to know how much we are spending. Before we buy a house, we need to sit down and plan XYZ, why we should get a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom. Simeon, if I am going to buy a curtain in the house, I am calling my wife on video call. Sometimes I don't need her opinion, no. But guess what? It is our house. Before I would bring a stranger to come and sleep in the house, I would make sure that I have had this conversation with my wife weeks before the stranger is coming, even if it's my mother. My wife needs to be aware. So that I don't want to hear, oh, this is what you are doing, and you're not concerned about how I feel. So during courtship, what should be spoken about? They've spoken about the whole genotype thing and all of those. I'm not going to go back on those. There are lots of factors. Sorry, let me take one more minute. There are lots of factors that should be spoken about. I hear my sister Bridget, say in it won't kill us. Bridget likes in it where we're all these one other people. The credit rating should be looked about. Who know credit for Nigeria? Who did do credit for Nigeria?
I never said about credit. That was your dear.
I will not you, Bridget. I will not you.
I'm going to ask the question about that.
Not me. See what happened.
Okay, I'm going to ask the question.
So even you say, you are a bad person. For Nigeria, who know about credit? Who they do credit for Nigeria? It's only the one Ghana Lily and then Bridget that are knowing about. We know they do credit for Nigeria. Your Doku just needs to have money.
So wait first, Mujake, let me ask this question. So at that point of the courtship leading to marriage, and now we are talking about finance, can the woman ask the man, or can the man ask the woman, let me see your bank statement, since we want to be transparent and trustworthy, since we are going to marriage? At that point, can both of them ask for a bank statement so that I know how much you have? Because we want to make sure that.
So you want a very, very realistic view, Simeon.
Yes.
You want a very, very realistic view.
Yes.
I don't advise any man to show any woman his bank statement before marriage.
Okay.
You want to know my reason why?
Okay, why?
I have seen so many women that have married men because of money. I have seen many men that married women because of big yash. So, Simeon, I am now telling you that I am doing a generic statement and saying that as a man, be a kind person. Woman, instead of looking for bank statements, make sure that you are looking for a man that even if he has 1 naira, he is willing to share that 1 naira with you. Do not look at the finance, look at the quality that he has if he's financially stable. I don't know if that makes sense. Listen, I said do not look at his finance. Look at his quality that he has if he is financially stable. If he demand that, you tell him that you want to do business, he's opening a business for you, knowing that he can afford it. See, they are saying no matter what, Simeon, women know a man that can afford certain things in their life. Women know it when they are dating. When they tell you this statement from the beginning, if you ask these women, all the women that are single, their number one red flag in a man, they will tell you, I hate a stingy man. Simeon, do you know what that statement means? It means I'll be ready for a test as a man. Once you hear, My red flag in a man is a man that is stingy. Know that they will test you. That is when they will tell you one day that, oh, I'm coming to your house, so but my car is not working. Do you know what they want to hear? Oh, don't worry, I will book a ride. There are certain things a woman wants to hear from you, even if she declines it. She wants to know that you are ready to provide.
Okay.
So once you feel this
in the place of provision, that's where the question comes in. I know facial appearance, facial look will not tell how much is in your account. Like someone wrote in the comment section, you can see a man that loves the backside can see the backside, but the woman cannot see what's in the account. So
she does not see the bank. She does not see the bank, but she sees qualities of the bank statement.
Okay.
See, the other day I was talking to somebody and I had this very important thing to say. And I said, I will never pretend to be poor to date a woman or to marry a woman. I will never pretend to be poor.
What happened? Come as you are. Come as yourself.
So let me tell you why. So Simeon, there are so many men that are pretending to be poor. There are so many people that have been advised, pretend to be poor and see if she will love you. If she will love you. Simeon, that is the most foolish advice I have heard in 2020. In 2020. Let me tell you why it is the most stupid advice. Simeon, if I'm driving a Tesla, take the analogy. I'm driving a Tesla and I say, oh, I want to marry. Let me go and buy a Toyota Corolla and park my Tesla so that Olubi will fall in love with me. Olubi will love me. Guess what? She will marry me with my Toyota Corolla. She after marriage, I will go and bring my Tesla. And I will not say, I just wanted to know if you love me with my Corolla. Yes, but guess what? Tomorrow when the Tesla comes, she will tell you she wants to the Tesla. When I brought her the Tesla, she will conform to my current state. She will tell me, so babe, I'm going out with my friend. Do you think it's okay if I have the key to the Tesla? She met me with the Corolla, don't forget. But now she knows I have the Tesla. I pretended. I want to marry a Toyota lover. No, she has met a Tesla owner. She will have fallen in love with the Tesla owner. Simeon, I want to pretend like I live in a one-bedroom flat. After I marry Olubi and I go and show her, oh, well, I just want you to know I have a mansion somewhere. Simeon, she will tell me she wants the biggest room in the mansion. She managed with me when I was living in Face Me, I Face You. Now I have now uplifted. I want to see you. I want you to be that person that you were in the one bedroom, thunder with fire poverty. So if I hear anybody telling me, oh, pretend, my brother, live your life to the fullest. See, let me tell you two things that happen when you show your real self. I will attract a high value Olubi when I am a high value man. If I drive a Tesla, I will meet an Olubi that drives a Range Rover. Or I will meet an Olubi that drives the Corolla and I will love her like that. I don't have to pretend. You understand the analogy? Once I show her that I have a Tesla, she will know that she is going for a Tesla man and she will package in that alignment. She will not give me Toyota packaging. That is one thing that I will not do. One, that's why I say don't pretend. Number two, and I will end my mic here. Do not pretend to anybody who you are not, because when they find out who you are at the end of the day, they may not like that person. So do not pretend to anybody when you are courting them. If you know that you are a man that likes snack, tell this woman, I dey go 3 rounds for night. Do not go and pretend that, no, I like it as you like it. So if you want 1 round, that is what we will do. When she don't marry, finish, she walk on the door and 3 rounds, they turn her Shagalo style and Anaconda style. For what now? She told you before that I don't used to do Anaconda style. I like only Papa and Mama style. No, you don't marry, finish, you want to not turn her and give her ceiling fan style. For what? Tell her who you are before you marry her. And guess what? The peace of the Lord will continue to help us in the marriage and relationship. Thank you very much, Simeon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyways, let me go to Bridget. Bridget, 3 minutes for reaction so I can move to Lily. Chris, I see you. Hold on, Chris. And let me
No worries.
Little Palm. Little Palm, please, can I borrow your bus, please? It's very important. I'll bring it back. Is that okay? Go ahead, please, Bridget.
So, but I think it's okay. But it's okay. It's okay. I will not do today. No, but like on a real thing though, apart from all the quadruple negatives, what he is saying makes sense. I think it just makes sense to date somebody who's on the same wavelength as you. This idea of, I was going to bring it up, but since he brought it up, I want to talk about it. This idea of marrying all these pure, holy Virgin Mary and Mother Teresa women and expecting them to perform like, I don't even want to use the name of some of the ones on them sites. You know what I'm talking about? Is ridiculous. First, this is why I don't like purity culture, right? Because I feel like the sentiments, both parties suffer. Both the men and women suffer. All this, oh, I am so pure, you cannot touch me, you cannot kiniko. That's wonderful if you want to do that for yourself, but also find somebody that is pure. Because this idea of you expecting her to be pure Mother Teresa, and then on the day of the wedding night, you want her to backflip from some assault, legs are going in the air. Who's that one going to help? She's been told that it's very sinly, that is not what you do as a respectable Christian lady, that you lie down there like a plank and you look and you dissociate for 30 minutes and you hope that it's over. That's what she's told. Because we don't teach our kids like sex ed. We don't. So you now want to come and flip things, put things in different places. Then she's looking at it like, what is that? You know? Like, that's ridiculous. So you're not scaring her. I know somebody that they said the first time they saw Ebola, they ran away. They got scared because they were like, they didn't know it could curve. I was like, what the hell? So like now, you're just traumatizing people for the sake of, and then I feel bad because now the person, this is why a lot of the girls are taught that sentiment of, you know what Sneaky said about, oh, I don't mind if my husband sleep around.